In 1941, Nazi soldiers dismantled one of the most valuable rooms ever created. An entire chamber lined with amber, gold, and precious stones, considered the eighth wonder of the world. They packed it into crates and shipped it east. It has never been seen since. 80 years of searching, billions of dollars in estimated value, and not a single confirmed trace. This is the Amber Room, and nobody knows where it is. The Amber Room was built in the early 18th century in Prussia. It took over a decade to complete. The walls were made entirely of amber panels, backed with gold leaf and mirrors. It contained over 6 tons of amber. When light hit it, the entire room glowed a deep, warm gold. It was considered so extraordinary that the Prussian king gifted it to Peter the Great of Russia in 1716 as a diplomatic gesture. The Russians installed it in the Catherine Palace near St. Petersburg, expanded it, and decorated it with precious stones and artwork. By the time it was complete, it was worth an estimated $150 million in today's money. Visitors describe standing inside it as standing inside the sun. When Nazi Germany invaded the Soviet Union in 1941, the curators of the Catherine Palace tried to dismantle and hide the Amber Room. The amber had become brittle over the centuries and began to crack when they tried to move it. They made the decision to wallpaper over it and hide it in plain sight. It didn't work. German soldiers recognized it immediately, dismantled it in 36 hours, packed it into 27 crates, and shipped it to Königsberg, modern-day Kaliningrad in Russia, where it was reassembled and put on display in the castle. It stayed there until 1944 when Allied bombing raids began targeting Königsberg. The castle was damaged. The Amber Room was dismantled again and packed into crates for safekeeping. And then, it vanished. The last confirmed sighting was in 1944. When Soviet forces took Königsberg in 1945, the Amber Room was gone. The crates were gone. The German officers who oversaw the packing were dead. Nobody left alive knew where it had gone. The search that followed has lasted 8 decades. The most credible theory is that the crates were loaded onto a ship, possibly the Wilhelm Gustloff, a German vessel sunk by a Soviet submarine in January 1945, with the loss of over 9,000 lives, making it the deadliest maritime disaster in history. If the Amber Room went down with the Gustloff, it is sitting at the bottom of the Baltic Sea. Divers have explored the wreck. The crates have never been found. Other theories place it in a network of underground bunkers beneath Königsberg, hidden by Nazi officers in the final chaotic days of the war. Treasure hunters have spent decades and millions of dollars drilling and excavating across the region. In 1997, a single amber mosaic panel from the original room turned up in Germany, sold by the family of a deceased German soldier. It was the first confirmed piece of the Amber Room to surface in over 50 years. The rest has never appeared. In 1979, the Soviet Union commissioned a full reconstruction of the Amber Room using historical photographs and descriptions. It took 24 years and $11 million to complete. The reconstructed room was unveiled in 2003 in the Catherine Palace and is open to visitors today. It is breathtaking, but it is not the original. The original Amber Room, 6 tons of amber, gold leaf, precious stones, and 3 centuries of history, remains missing. Nobody has ever been charged with its theft. No government has ever officially located it. The German officers who last handled it are long dead, and the trails that once seemed promising have gone cold one by one. What we know is that it existed, that it was packed into 27 crates in 1944 by soldiers following orders, that it left Königsberg and never arrived anywhere on record. And that somewhere, at the bottom of the Baltic Sea, beneath the streets of a Russian city, or in a bunker that has never been opened, the eighth wonder of the world may still be waiting to be found. This is Incident Zero, the files they buried, the stories that survived.